Welcome back to this episode of Cope's Corner. I'm your host, as always, Mike Copenaver, aka Real Mike. You can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, all at the likes of KOPESKORNER. Absolutely stoked to be here to talk about some tremendous UFC 284 going down where Russia invades Australia. We have Islam Makhachev taking on Alexander Volkanovski in the main event. Who we got? We got Josh Emmett is taking on. Sorry, guys. Josh Emmett taking on Yair Rodriguez. Randy Brown's taking on Jack Maddalena, and a bunch of other really, really good bouts there we're going to have to talk about and place some good bets, most likely, for hopefully, and also have our best leans for you guys in the matchups to come. Let me pull up my screen real fast. Usually I'm a little more prepared than that. Total rookie today. All right. First and foremost on the show, I'd like to thank the sponsors. First sponsor I'd like to thank is Melon Brand Hats. It's MELIN. It's a luxury line of hats that my boy Brian McDonald, he's one of the co-founders, he came up with in high school. He always talked about how we'd have a hat line unlike anything you ever seen. Different patterns, really cool materials. Some of them are waterproof. They're called the Hydros. They're really cool, man. I usually always sport the Hydros because the fact that they're waterproof, you could take to the beach, the lake, and whatnot. Have your kids. My little boy, who was 1 year old, slobbers all over it, and you could just wash it off in the pool, and just comes right back to normal. But make sure you go over there and support them and show them some love. And then let me 1 second. What? How is that even possible? There we go. And last but not least, I'd like to thank the best attorney that there is in the world. It's Brandon Sua, SUA, Sua Law Group. He has a law firm over here in Simi Valley, California, and one in Ventura, the city, Ventura County, California. They do family law, criminal law, and personal injury. And like I said, I personally had to use them for criminal stuff that I was accused of wrongfully being a Hell's Angel, even though I had no affiliation, no tattoos, no nothing. And Mr. Sua was able to get me and all my charges dropped from the crooked DAs, the cops. He does personal baby mama drama. If you guys have that family law stuff that goes on, and it happens a lot. But man, I can't thank Brandon Sua enough for giving me the chance to go here live on StreamYard. He's the one that's paying the way, and I really, really can't thank him enough. But my man, Mr. B, the MMA guy's in the house. He will be our co-host for tonight. How's my dude B?
I'm good, man. I am good. How are you?
Oh, I'm thrilled, man. Last week card was a little rough to get through. We went one. We took two bets out. We went 1 for 1, ended up going even for the night. But we knew that was a shit show type of a card, and to even have a chance at a W there was. I was pretty happy. I was hoping that we'd get that inside the distance that didn't cash. That was the one we did miss. So, but either way, man, how are you doing, my man B?
I'm good. Got a little bit warmer weather this week, so thank goodness. Last weekend it got really cold. It was almost like the negative, but yeah, man, it was good. Last weekend's fights were but we got through it, man. We got through it.
I shouldn't say that. There was some actual good finishes and fights last week. So, like we always say, we could talk shit about a card all we want, and then all of a sudden the card ends up being pretty interesting,
Yeah, we had the back to back, so we had Bellator, then the UFC, so combined it was okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking about last week's UFC Fight Night, Lewis versus Spivak, which was the main event that went down last Saturday. Like I said, we went 1 for 1. We had an inside the distance bet on Yusaku Kinoshita inside the distance at plus money. We ended up eating shit in crow. Adam Fugit said, "Fuck you, I'd Fugin don't care," and he beat the shit out of our dude elbows for mount. But either way. Then we hit Marcin Tybura, which I thought was going to be an easy W, one unanimous decision to get that money right back there. But we ended up going 1 for 1 even on the night. But in the co-main event, Devin Clark ended up beating Da Eun Jung, which I was actually surprised because I thought Da Eun Jung was going to be able to get it done. But how about that one, B?
I was too, man. I was thoroughly surprised. Devin Clark really showed he had that dog in him, man. Got the takedowns on Jung, really surprising, and then he really pushed hard in that third round. So big credit to Devin Clark.
Yeah, man, I doubted Devin Clark, the Brown Bear, but he got it done there. And the main event, Derek Lewis, could I say he showed up? I don't think so. Man, I loved the Black Beast, and he's lost me money, he's won me money, and on this one, my hopes and my heart want him to be able to do this and win here. But Sergey Spivak absolutely looked phenomenal. Took him down, got him an arm triangle choke, and Lewis just is so vulnerable on the ground and doesn't have that top pressure that a lot of these mixed martial artists have, and has gotten away with just pure strength most of the time and a little bit of athleticism for being overweight. But I mean, Derek Lewis, I just shows up. He's fun, but I mean, I'm tired of. He's not really fighting anymore.
Yeah, man. I don't know. It's like he just lost his steam. I guess he's just there to be like at the action fighter. And he did show some glimpses. He got up a couple times from the takedowns, but Spivak kept the lock in and just kept taking him down. And eventually, like, he just gave up.
Yeah, and
he just gave up. That's what it looked like. Yeah.
And the Sergey's credit, I mean, if I was his corner, hold on.
You on mute, Mike? Nah, on the computer. Oh, shoot. I don't know what happened, but you took yourself off of. Or is the mic out that you took yourself out? Oh, shit. Hold up. I'm here. I'm zoomed in. So the apple fell from the tree.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me, B?
Yeah, I hear you now.
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know. I don't get what I mean, I know I dropped the mic like a total rookie, but it unplugged, and so you think that you would just plug it back in, and it did not work out like that, and I just ate total crow. So sorry, guys.
All good. All good.
I was trying to get to a better angle with this setup, and didn't work very well, bro. So sorry about that. Sorry, everyone. You can hear me good. You can hear me good now, right, B?
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
All right, cool. But yeah, dude. So with that said, that was Lewis versus Spivak. Spivak ended up dominating. Spivak's pretty impressive. I'm not gonna lie, because Derek Lewis is no joke. But I still don't think that Spivak is the real deal. B, you feel that too? You feel like he's gotten away with a Lewis that was barely there a little?
A little bit, man. I think he needs to get like another fight or two before we like, okay, he's that guy. I think we need that, like another fight or two. Yeah, but he did well for himself last weekend.
Yeah, he did, but I'm not quite sold. B, I don't know why. Maybe I'm just a hater or whatever it may be.
Nah, it just looked too easy. That's what it was.
Yeah, it kind of did, huh? So with that said, this weekend's UFC 284.
Oh, before you go.
Let's talk about Bellator.
We gotta give a little respect, man. Fedor retired last weekend.
There we go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
a little bit of a lackluster, you know what I mean, fight. I wish he would have won. I wish he would have beaten Bader.
Fedor.
Yeah, man. But good career. Big props to Bellator. They brought all the OG Hall of Famers out there for him to watch his fight.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. Chuck Liddell was out there. Mark Coleman, Horace Gracie. A lot of folks was out there, man. So big props to them for doing that for Fedor.
It sucks that we never got him over here in the UFC, you know?
Yeah, man. And big props to Johnny Eblen. Johnny Eblen got a unanimous victory. That dude's a dog.
That dude's a beast, dude. He's still just developing, B, you know?
Yeah. And who's it? Brendan Ward beat the brakes off of Sabu Humasi. Jesus.
Yeah, Homasi sometimes finds himself on the wrong side of the hammer sometimes, you know?
Yeah. Because he did good first round, then second, then the end.
But you know, at this stage, you know, in this profession that they're in, dude, there's only one winner. And so we're talking about a very fine line between a loss and a win when these guys are so good, you know? So it's not that Homasi's bad. It's just like, dude, these guys he's fighting are savages, you know?
Yeah, that's all it is, man.
But
Yeah.
shout out to Bellator for putting down a good card, and PFL. Like all these guys are starting to put on cards that are worthy of our attention. You know.
Yeah, for real, definitely. But that said,
with that
let's
said,
get into
this the reason why we here are for the bets for the degenerates and the degen nation. UFC 284. Islam Makhachev takes on Alexander Volkanovski. On man, dude, this is for the pound for pound status. The 155 pound belt is on the line, which is Islam Makhachev's. Volkanovski is going up in weight to challenge himself, so Islam will not be gaining anything but the possible pound for pound title. It's definitely risky for Islam, so I do give him credit for taking on a challenger like Volkanovski, because I maybe he's overlooking the little guy, bro. But I mean, Volkanovski was not little his whole life, so this can be a very interesting bout, B, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts when we get into the main event.
definitely, big time.
But with that said, the first fight on the main card or the prelims, sorry, don't douchebag. The first fight on the early prelims is Zabura Turkov takes on Elvis Brenner. Elvis Brenner is a newcomer here in the UFC, if I'm correct, right, B?
Yeah, you're correct.
And 13-3, fighting from Brazil. And he is 25 years old, 5'9", no reach listed, 2-fight win streak. He's a submission guy. He loves to win by submission. His losses, which I don't have a problem with, are by decision. B, don't like tappers, don't like nappers. Last 2 fights that he won by rear naked choke and an armbar, both in round 1. Last guy was 3-1. The other guy was 7-5. Then he lost to a guy who was 6-0, so a guy that had something on him. And then he lost to a guy with 11-7. So he's showing he doesn't like guys with some experience, because then he lost to a guy like that 11-7 guy. Then he beat a guy with 6-3, 5-2, lost to a 13-3 decision. Dude's got good jiu-jitsu. He's taken on a guy here who's fought in the UFC a few times, Zabura Turkov, the Warrior, 25-1, 32 years old, 5'8", with a 68-inch reach on a 1-fight win streak, fighting at AKA Kickboxing over here in San Jose, California. He last took on 3 canceled bouts. Joel Alvarez, Lucas Almeida, Nate Langwer canceled. That's crazy. Ricardo Ramos back in 2021. That's a really big layoff, B. And I know he got 3 canceled bouts, but let me check and see if it was it. Turkov withdrew on the first one. Turkov botched weight on the second one. Didn't Turkov botch weight on today?
Yes, he did.
Holy fuck.
Yes, he did. First move up 155.
I'm not gonna hate on him, but I mean he's lost to a couple good guys. Turkov has. It's Hakeem Dawodu split decision, Renato Moicano split decision. Some bad motherfuckers to go hand to hand with. So this guy, they obviously had some kind of high hopes for this dude, but my spidey senses were like kind of saying like, man, this dude could give it a run for his money. I think it's too much too soon for Elvis Brenner. So even with the weight cut, I still got to go Zabura Turkov. Right now, the odds makers have Tukov's got to be the favorite. Did they pull the fight?
I don't think so.
Hold on.
No.
Sorry, they have it all fucked up on Best Fight Odds. Hey, Best Fight Odds, get your shit together, okay? There shouldn't be 2 separate places for UFC 284, okay? One place. It's one betting sheet, all right? Now, Turkov, -600. Holy shit, B. And he botched weight. Andy, didn't he go up in weight class?
Yeah. First move up to 155 and still missed weight.
Now, B,
by 1.5 pounds. Go ahead.
B, it looks like it should be an easy call for Turkov, but he's not that guy. I don't know, man. I was gonna call Turkov, but now I mean weight cut issues. Fucking learn how to speak, Michael, you fat lip motherfucker. Weight loss issues. The fact that he's gone up in weight class, still couldn't make weight. It really bothers me. And so I could never pay $600. It's dog or pass here now. And I'm going to hope that Elvis Brenner can somehow pull off a decision or a submission somehow by when maybe Zabira gets so tired he can't grapple anymore. I mean, I don't know, but I can't lay -600. $600, -600 means you got to lay $600 to make an extra $100 if you don't know about betting, folks. And so that's just not smart. B, I'm going dog or pass. No bet here. This is stupid. What do you say, B?
Nah, I'll take Zubaira, man. Dude, Brennan is coming in.
Too much too soon.
Brennan's coming in. Yeah, he's coming in late. I think if I remember, is this a late notice? No, or he's just new? Or he's just coming in new? Nah, it's not late notice. No, it is. It is, because he was supposed to fight Alvarez. That's right. Okay, so yeah, he's coming in late notice. Good jiu-jitsu skills. Not really all that on the feet though. He does come out of shooter box, so he might be a little crazy. Might be. But I think Zubaira's gonna have enough of the skills, the ability to avoid a lot of these submission situations. And Zubaira's striking is pretty good. He's pretty athletic, but he's just lazy, man. He doesn't put his full potential out there. He fights pretty laid back, almost. Whereas he could fight and get these finishes, but he's not finishing people like that. He just coasts to decision wins almost. And some of these fights where it's close, they can have it. He gives them shits away. I think he'll do enough to get the decision though here. So yeah, I'll take Zubaira. Yeah, but
it's no bet. You can't take advantage of this type of situation. I want to shout out Back in Black from Twitter. I know she's lurking in the shadows, doesn't want to comment, but I know she just retweeted and posted the show. So I really appreciate the love and support. Please like and subscribe. You know, me and Mr. B, we do this every week for you guys. We fire at a pretty good rate in the sense of winning bets and our leans. There's some times where me and Mr. B, out of 12 fights, we'll pick 10 of 12. Dominate the bets, and then there's sometimes where obviously out of 3 bets I'll eat absolute shit, and I'll tell you I ate absolute shit, and I want to punch myself in the face, and I'll tell you that live on air. So just join me here, me and Mr. B, the KOPE. Now do what we do, but we appreciate every single one of you guys, man.
Definitely.
So with that said, I hate begging and asking for you to share, like, and subscribe and stuff, but I mean, we have to, man. What's the point of doing it if we don't have more and more you guys just joining in, messing around with us, and having fun? So, the next fight, the night B, you get a breakdown first. It's between Blake Builder versus Shane Young. I believe Shane Young has fought in the UFC B, and Builder, I believe he's not, correct?
That is correct.
Okay,
if I remember correctly, yes.
That's just off the dome, you know. Me and Mr. B, we do this shit 8 Mile, fucking, and just right off the head. So,
yeah, man. Blake Builder, man. Well, let's talk about it. So we got Blake Builder, who's undefeated, 7-0. El Animal. My man is 32 years old. Representing California on a sub-fighter MMA.
Cali, baby.
Has a 14-fight win streak that goes from his amateur record to his pro record. Very diverse style of fighting. He's pretty solid, man. Pretty solid. But sometimes his fights are a little rugged. They're a little rusty, where he looks like he's in a little bit of trouble early, but comes back and gets the wins here. Former CFFC champion. Good skills. He was up in the contender series last season. Well, yeah, he was in the contender series last season. That's how he won. He won first round rear naked choke. He beat Alex Morgan during the CFC run. He got some finishes. Well, he came up for 2 fights, won the title. But yeah, fought, won, defended. Pretty solid guy, man. Digs down deep, pretty good wrestler. Kind of a grinding style, but as I said, he's hardcore, man. Really tough guy. He's going up against
a tough motherfucker too.
A tough motherfucker, but
if Volkanovski didn't finish him, I can't believe that shit.
That's the one thing. Even though I feel a little about him, he is tough.
Hey, B, you know how I disrespect people enough, but tappers and nappers I really don't like. And, I can't – dude, if Alexander Volkanovski didn't knock him the fuck out, it was It was his first fight in the UFC. They threw him straight to Volkanovski. UFC Fight Night 121. Volkanovski won a unanimous decision and pieced this fool up all across the cage. It's pretty. I mean, I guess we shouldn't be fucking impressed with a punching bag. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, man, it's true though. He did fight Volkanovski. Volkanovski did beat him up, but Volkanovski didn't get the finish.
Shane did get knocked out before, and I don't like nappers and tappers, so we got that.
Yeah, so after the Volkanovski fight, he went 2-2. Now he trains he's been training at City Kickboxing since the loss to Volkanovski, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So, he's been training at City Kickboxing with Volkanovski and the Riddells and the hookers of the world. Hookers.
Everybody loves a hooker, What up, Kick Your Bass, my dude?
Kick Your Bass. What's up, dude?
Appreciate you being here. One of the best fishermen over there in Missouri, Kansas City. Shout out.
But yeah, man. Shane Young, man. 29, you know what I mean? 72.5-inch reach, 5'8", representing New Zealand. Shane Young is young. He's 29 years old. He still has room to improve.
No pun intended.
But his last two fights were kind of iffy, man. His fight with Ludovic Klein, I think he was just caught up in the moment. And then Klein just smoked him, unfortunately. You fought a beast. And Omar Morales, that was just a fight where, it was back and forth. It was a back and forth, and he kind of winded himself out a little bit. And, he kind of lost. But he is a tough out. He's a tough guy to finish. I won't lie about that. Very tough, diverse skill set. It just comes down to how that gas tank holds, man. That's what it is. It's pretty much that gas tank. He's only been knocked out once, 5 decision losses, and just the 1 knockout to Klein. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be a very tough fight for these guys, man, between these two. Young could get this. Hopefully Young does get this, man. I would lean towards Young on this one. I think, this is Builder's first opportunity on a pay-per-view. Young's going to make this a gritty fight. That's Builder's bread and butter. But I think being there in Australia, man, I think, he's going to represent for his team. Go out there and put out a good skill set. You got to fight that guy Builder on the feet. Don't try to grapple with him really much. Defend the takedowns. If you're going to grapple, you got to try to maintain a good positioning. But mostly keep this fight on the feet, man. And keep your defense tight. Because Ludovic caught him. Was lacking. He can't afford to do that shit. Don't feed too much into the crowd. Get your focus. I'll take Shane Young by decision. I was leaning towards Builder during the week, but now I'm thinking about it. Shane Young should be able to win this one. So I'm going to take Shane
Why
Young.
Why were you leaning Builder?
Because Builder's a gritty son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know.
He is a dangerous, and if he gets hurt early, he comes back with a vengeance, man. That's the thing. As well as his grappling. I like his jiu-jitsu. I like his somewhat wrestling jiu-jitsu game. I really like his jiu-jitsu because he does good.
He got really good jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he does well with the control. Yeah.
The only thing I worry about he's just never he has no experience. That's the problem.
That's the thing, yeah. And in front of the big lights like this, man. That's why I'm gonna take Young.
The Aussies stacked this card with some of the baddest ass Aussies that they have. It's fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're an Aussie fan, just from the prelims, Tyson Pedro, fucking shout out. I fucking love you, Tyson. Then you got Jimmy Crute, who's fucking badass. Then you got Justin Tafa, he's all right. And then you Jack Della Maddalena, and then Alexander Volkanovski. I mean, you could not be happier if you're an Australian fan. And if you aren't happy, fucking kick rocks. Go watch slap fighting because your shit sucks. So I mean, this is an amazing card for the Aussies,
For sure.
So, but with that said, so you're going Shane Young too. See, the thing with this was I feel like this is Shane Young's fight to win. I almost want to bet Shane Young. I like the odds on Shane Young. But Builder's a tough motherfucker, and this could be one of those fights. If Shane Young didn't take this serious, then this ends up being a decision win for Builder.
It could be that. That's what I said. Shane Young got to be focused, man.
So, as much as I thought about it, I wanted to, and my initial instincts say fire Shane Young, and you could probably make money firing Shane Young. Negative 140 right now on the odds makers for Shane Young, plus 115 comeback for Builder. But I would not hate you if you were throwing money on Builder. I feel like that's that plus 115. He's worth the money. He will fight for you. He's not a little sissy. He's not gonna not fight. But I am leaning Shane Young. My initial instincts kind of were that in the sense, but I didn't. Obviously, not enough to bet it. So that kind of tells you that it's only worth so much, of my words. Because when I really feel something, I bet it. Next fight of the night is between Loma Lookboonmee versus Elise Reed. This should be a good matchup between these ladies. Maybe not everyone in the world knows about Loma or Elise Reed. Elise Reed, she's not going to be a champion. She's kind of flat-footed. I don't think she has the best striking. She's taken on Loma Lookboon, who does have very good striking. Fights out of Thailand, Phuket, Thailand. Very aggressive, very strong for her size. Man, what do the odds makers say? Let me see. Hold on. Odds makers are saying that I got Loma Lookboon. Oh, so they do too. Negative 300 plus 250 comeback for Elise Reed. This is like a tailor-made matchup for a girl like Loma. Loma's got a really short base. She's very strong. She's got a good takedown defense. She has good hips and good. I believe she has judo tosses that she can implement if she wants, that are sneaky. But she's a striker. She can get her Elise Reed in the clinch. Elise Reed shows damage very, very much so on her face. She's a white girl. White girls, I like white diamond, but we ain't gonna elaborate any more further. So that white skin and that white stuff could be beat up real quick. And so that red shows real fast. The blood shows a lot on the white folk. And I'm thinking that Loma Lookboon ends up fucking splitting Elise Reed up with something. Elbows in the clinch fucking bloodies that white girl up so bad that she wishes she never traveled this far. Sorry, B.
Mike's outlandish.
Hey, I say it how it is. It's the tequila talking, bro. I'm fucking indigenous Mexican. It's got it going.
I hear you. Look.
Tell me I'm wrong. I'll tell you. Hey, you know me. I'll admit it next week. I'll be wrong. I'll shave my locks off. I'll shave these beautiful locks off again, like Dominic Cruz style, but Dominic Cruz lost. Whatever you want.
Oh, shout out to Dom Cruz. He was on the weigh-in show today.
Fuck Dom Cruz. Hey, did you see? Did you watch him do the show of the quiz, the trivia, and he didn't get one right, and he quit?
Yeah, I did.
Because he's so stupid in real life that he doesn't know shit about shit except dick and shit. Fuck Dom Cruz. Dom Cruz,
man,
he's scared. Hey, he was scared of Texas Chainsaw Massacre when me and my bro War Machine were at Vera's house. He's scared of Jessica Biel's titties and the wife beater. If you can't handle Jessica Biel's titties and a wife beater, I can't handle you as a friend.
Oh my god!
I'm just saying, it's just the goddamn truth, bro. And I said that shit to his face. And kick your bass. I fucking love you, bro. You keep instigating me. I'll fucking get wild on here. The tequila's rolling.
But you're right, man. I'm gonna stick with Loma as well, man. I'm taking Loma.
Yep.
I rock with Loma. I'm taking Loma by decision. It could probably be a stoppage too.
Rare for stoppage for ladies, but I think so too, B. I think she splits her up and fucks her up bad for some reason.
I think Loma has the skill set. No disrespect to Elise Reed. Elise Reed has her Taekwondo. And I've mentioned it before, she was using a little bit of wrestling during her, the regionals, before she signed up to the UFC. But she hasn't necessarily used really no actual like wrestling really as of late. It's been mostly her thinking that she's a taekwondo practitioner. She's just been throwing side kicks and all this weird shit. It's not gonna help here against Loma. She could do some of that if she wants to, but I think Loma's Muay Thai style, man, is pretty damn strong.
Yeah, it is.
She marches forward. She can take those hits and throw right back. Get in with those short elbows. The nasty knees. Her clinch is super strong for a girl her
You're
size.
getting me fired up, B. You're getting me fired up. You're talking dirty to me now. You're talking
more
dirty to me.
And more impressive was, remember her last fight? Her last fight, yo, she looked like a friggin' machine.
I know. She fucking looked like an animal.
Bruh, she threw Denise Gomez left and right and left and right. Oh my God, the leg trips and all that shit was killer. It was like, bruh.
It was all over.
Yo, that girl was getting thrown and tripped and thrown. I think she got it. I don't think Elise Reed, if Elise Reed tries to wrestle, Loma's gonna get a trip or a toss over. It's like that. They've managed to build up Loma Lukbomi and implement the takedown game in her Muay Thai style. So, bro, we're taking Loma.
I'm taking Loma, and now since I talk so much shit, I'm gonna back my shit. I'm gonna be throwing down on a lady inside distance. I'm going Loma Lookboom does the damn thing. She's plus 300 right now on 5 dimes. So I'm plus 300 inside distance for Loma Lookboomy. I'm on it all fucking day. I'm playing it. I swear I gotta back my mouth after talking all that shit. If you talk that shit and you got me fired up about Cruz, I'll back my shit about Cruz, and I'll even bet on Cruz when I don't like him. That shows you how sensible I am, even though I hate a dude. I've even bet on him. But with this one here, since I did talk so much shit, I'm going to back my shit. I'm going Loma Lookboom. I'm throwing $100 inside distance at plus 300. I think that she does it. And I'm doing the inside distance because I really think it's KO TKO, but I'm doing inside distance because I really believe that she can submit her too. I just don't believe in Elise Reed's game at all. Might be a hater. We'll be here next week to see. So the next fight of the night, B, you get a breakdown first. It's between Jack Jenkins takes on Don Shayness.
Oh boy.
Not gonna lie, no fucking clue, bro. No fucking clue. Not a goddamn clue.
Good. Because Don Shayness, this is a featherweight fight first by Shameless
sorry,
Don
B.
Shayness.
Hey, let me interrupt, B. So
sure.
Last week we didn't need to know a lot of those Asian fighters. How good of a breakdown did we do on some of those fighters? We had no fucking clue, B. We called most of those fights.
Yeah, we did pretty damn well, man. Pretty damn well.
Dude, pretty impressive for a shitty card, bro. So with this one here, Mr. B, I know knows these two and a little bit more than me on this matchup. But I'm gonna break it down the same way I did last week, and we ended up cashing on those ones too. So we'll see.
So cool, man. So Don Shayness, man. Folks who don't remember Don Shayness showed up for a cup of coffee.
Oh,
that's last fight.
That's Shameless. I remember him.
Yes, he got smoked by Sadiq Youssef. Remember
yes.
the guillotine choke? He showed up late notice against Youssef, got choked out. That was it. So now he got a full camp now. Shayness, man, is 31 years old, 5'6", 67-inch reach. More so the kickboxer type, man. The record is 12-4. 2 decisions, 2 submissions, 8 knockouts, technical knockouts. But yeah, man, the record, but last time when we looked over this guy's record, we was like, oh, cool. He got a lot of finishes. But then we was looking at the guys he fought, and we were like, oh, come the fuck on, man. We seen Cody Pfister, who got beat up by Sage Northcutt. Jay Ellis, the guy who's had over 100 fights, but only 16 wins and 104 losses. Come on, man. What the fuck we doing here, man? Could Shayness be good? Shayness could probably be good, but it's like He's primarily the striker, man. He's the striker. He's here. He's here to strike. You know, he's gonna be out here. He's gonna throw his karate, his kickboxing. He's gonna throw occasional knee here and there. He does pretty well on his feet. Okay, cool. He's going up against Jack Jenkins, aka Far, who's 10-2, 7-fight win streak, 29 years old, 5'7", 68 reach, representing Australia. Came here through the Contender Series, last season's Contender Series. Came in with a nasty game plan. Well, it's funny because Dana White didn't like it, but it was actually one of the more impressive wins because this dude picked up his opponent. Well, his opponent was fighting him. He looked and he said, I'm not going to stress myself for nothing crazy. I'm just going to go straight forward with this shit. Proceeded to lift his opponent, drop his opponent, and maul this mofo for nearly the whole fight until it got stopped in the third round. Busted the shit out of this guy's face. It was ugly. My God, it was ugly. And I think it was one of the more better fights during that week. Good though. A lot of his fights, he got some finishes. He got finishes, some decent finishes. 5 wins by knockout TKO, 3 by submission, 2 by decision. Only got 2 losses by submission. There's only 2 losses by submission. But he has a lot of wins. He actually has a win by leg kicks, which is kind of fucking crazy. But he's pretty well-rounded, but more so his wrestling is A1. He has a really good cardio, and he can manage to keep that pace for quite a long time, man, that grinding style. If he goes out here, manages to, piece up Sheamus a little bit, Sheamus gets a little crazy, gets caught up in a takedown, he's fucked. If this guy Jenkins could get at least 1 or 2 takedowns in the first round, Sheamus is screwed. He's going to get taken down for the rest of the fight or for however long the fight lasts. Yeah. I'm going to take Jack Jenkins. Jack Jenkins is a big fucking guy, too, for the weight, for 145, man. So I'm definitely going to go with this guy. I'm going to take Jack Jenkins, make his debut, have a good fight in his debut. Let's go.
Yeah, great breakdown, B. Obviously, you know a lot more than I do on that matchup, and I'll always say when I don't know 100% on them. But with Don Sheamus, B, I don't like tappers 100%. I do not like guillotine choke tappers, and so right off the bat, I'm an instant Sheamus hater. And so then I go over to Jack Jenkins, 10-2. Look at his losses. Oh my God, he's tapped twice too. Holy fucking shit. Jack Jenkins has fought pretty much nobody. Contender Series guy is the toughest guy he fought, and he took 3 rounds. It's going to be a lot closer than it looks. Jack Jenkins, -350, plus 275 comeback for Don Sheamus. I'm going Jack Jenkins, but I wouldn't bet this. I wouldn't touch this. I just don't think there's nothing. So if you like Jack Jenkins, there's no money to really be made. Then if you have like Don Sheamus, there's money to be made, but I don't like his game versus a guy like Jack Jenkins. Plus he's tapped first round fucking quick as could be. Plus the other guy's bigger. Plus it's in his hometown. Plus why the fuck we're skipping this fight? The next fight of the night is between Jamie Malarkey versus Francisco Prada. Jamie Malarkey has fought. That was good, Humby.
That was fine.
Francisco Prada has not fought here, correct, B?
No, this will be his debut too.
This is the 11-0 Argentinian 20-year-old fucking badass protege #1 out of Argentina. Shout out to all the Argentinian badass motherfuckers who barbecue every weekend. Some of the Argentinians are some of the best people that I fucking know. The cuts of meat, the blood sausage, the entraña, the chorizo infused sausages that they do. Argentinians are the best, man. They're some of my favorite people. Shout out to the Espinosas, some of my family friends that we've known forever, who made me absolutely fall in love with Argentina. But this young Argentinian, he's won round 1 last fight, fucking punches versus a guy who had some experience, 13-3, which I like to see. No, didn't mean to rhyme, but it worked out. Adrian Perron, ground and pound round 1. This dude's a finisher. Van Flue choke round 3. Knees and punches round 2. This guy likes to go fast and furious, and I absolutely love it. He's taking on Jamie Malarkey, who is a dude who loves the bang. He bites down his mouthpiece, 15-5, 28 years old, 6 foot, 74-inch reach. Very big for the weight class, right, B?
Yeah.
One fight win
big.
streak. He is fighting out Australia though, so it's a little weary to fire bets on this card when you're going against the crowd and everyone down under. He wins most of his fight by TKO KO. He does have some subs on his record. He last won Michael Johnson by split decision, which was pretty impressive because Michael Johnson's the OG veteran. Has seen a thing or two, but he has lost Jalen Turner right hook ground strikes round 2, which I hate nappers or tappers be, so that falls in line. But Jalen Turner is very big, long for his division.
Yeah.
Devontae Smith, he beat him punches round 2. Kama Worthy round 1, don't care about that. Faraziem, he lost to. Brad Waddell, he lost to. Brad Waddell's a bad motherfucker. The weigh-ins the weigh-ins. You fucking idiot. The odds for this matchup are Jamie Malarkey, -275, plus 225 comeback for the Argentinian kid Prado. I could see why they're doing that. I mean, he's got the hometown advantage. He has some experience edge. Fuck. He's got knocked out. My boy Prado, he likes to win by just as equally submission or TKO. Man, dude, I think that Malarkey might get a fucking run for his money here. I think this might be a much closer line. I think they're disrespecting the fucking Argentinian kid here. And because I have a ton of love for Argentina, I got to back my fucking 20-year-old fucking kid, the Prado. And I got to fucking say dog or pass. Got to go with the dog here. I'm going to go with the Argentinian kid. So I'm gonna call him. B. Who you got?
What's that? Muhammad Shafiq. The fight is tomorrow. I don't know what time it is on your side, but here on the East Coast at 6 p.m.
If you know East Coast time, Muhammad, it is I believe at 6 Eastern Standard Time for the guys on the East Coast, which is universal time for I think the world. And then Pacific Standard Time for me, Muhammad, over here on the West Coast in California. I believe the prelims start for 3 p.m. Thank you very much, Mr. Shafiq. I hope I said that correctly. I really appreciate you liking, subscribing, tuning in, and asking questions. But yeah, it's going to be a very, very good event. And after we haven't really been treated with some good ones. Break it,
word, man.
Busted.
This fight, man. Yo, I'm shaky on this one because. Not for nothing, Malarkey's tough. This Prado dude is no joke, though, man.
Tell him, B.
He's no joke.
They're disrespecting.
He's all action. He's action.
Hey, if you ever met an Argentinian, they fucking coming. It's like Mexicans. They got the same gas tank.
He's crazy. He gets a little wild sometimes, but, yo, he's action, man. This dude this got fight of the night potential. Low
Shout
key.
out Chris Curtis, the action man. You know how we do it.
And Malarkey's way to winning this fight is that Malarkey got to keep it technical, and Malarkey's gonna need to mix it up and get out of the first round. Prado is known mostly for first round finishes.
Yes,
and he gets those shits efficiently. But if you could get this man first time fight, 20 years old on top of that, if Malarkey goes in there and implements the proper game plan to tag up on this man and just mix it up and put him in deep waters, he gets it. If he leaves that chin open and tries to get in a brawl with this kid, he's dead. This is one of those situations where if I want to pick, I want to pick Malarkey. But if you're going to bet, Shit, this is also one of those dog or pass moments where you might want to gamble a little bit, put a little something on there, a little quick 50
bro.
or something like that. You might because what money you gonna make out of malarkey?
You're gonna shit bricks. You're gonna fucking shit absolute bricks.
That's the situation.
And
that's
like
the thing.
and betting is part entertainment and part entertainment in making money, right? You never risk anything that you can't afford to lose. So like if you're gonna bet fights, if you don't even care, it's fun to bet $20, fun to bet $25. Fun. Obviously, I like to bet $100 a unit. So I mean, it's just more fun in the sense I don't see how you would have as much fun betting on malarkey when you're at favorited money and you're gonna shit bricks because this Prado kid brings fire.
Yeah, and even though malarkey may have a longer reach, Prado gonna get inside, man. That's the thing. He'll eat he'll eat your range up. He'll be like, to hell with your range, step right in there, your range disappears. He's right in position to throw some crazy shit. But the thing is, they both get wild, and that's what makes the fight very confusing to make a pick. You could pick malarkey out of experience, but what if malarkey throws some crazy shit and gets smoked?
Hey, so that's what makes me like Prado more, is because malarkey is I'll fucking hate. Fuck it. Malarkey's not the smartest motherfucker, dude. In fight IQ, he bites down his mouthpiece and he will walk right into something if he gets clipped with something and then clipped again. And so I see that being a potential. Not only my love for Argentina, not only my love for the Espinosas who I love from Argentina, but this kid actually has something behind him, Mr. Francisco Prada. That's why he's number 1 out of Argentina. He's number 5 out of Brazil out of 1,091 fighters. And he's number 2 out of Latin America for 617 fucking pro lightweights. Like this kid is special, man. I'm hoping that that he does it because I really fucking love Argentina. I love Argentina more than I could ever relate. I'm German, Mexican, and Native American indigenous, and I wish I could sell half of my fucking genes just to be Argentinian because I fucking love Argentinian people, their culture. I love the barbecue, and this kid's special. I think, bro. Like, I don't know, B, and you think so too. It's fucking. Dude, what's crazy is as I got fired up at Argentina, the views have gone up. Shout out to all you fucking badass people who love Argentina too. It's crazy how fast it goes up when you love a certain country or something. But I'm serious, dude. I think Prado can do this, B. And to hear you say that makes me want to back my mouth, you know?
It's that shit, man. Because I was sitting there thinking about that shit all week. All week. I was sitting there watching these videos, trying to find some tape, trying to watch some shit and see how the footwork goes, the angles, how this guy shifts into straight, you know what I mean? It's a cool, calm striker, a straight up killer. And it's like, yo, malarkey got his work cut out for him, man. And you know what I say, my city kickboxing theory, if there's 3 or more guys in city kickboxing fighting on a card, it gets a little shaky for one of them. This might be the one.
Yeah, well, it's got to be
one or 2 of them.
It's got to be
the last time.
You got to think about it as a game for Vegas and the odds makers, right? Like they know that we're fucking drunk, we're stoned, we're fucking stupid sometimes. And so sometimes us bettors, the adrenaline rush gets a hold of us, like all those things I just listed get a hold of us. And you start thinking like, oh, well, it's in Australia. They want the Australian fans to be happy, which they do. And I really do believe that in the sense. But for parlays, you got to think if you're a bookie and if you're going to have people that don't have $100 to bet like we do per bet, per unit, they have people that are going to bet $20 for parlays. And they're going to have parlays that are going to have almost all Australians. And I don't hate anybody who throws down an all Australian fucking parlay or Japanese or wherever we go. A lot of the time, those things do cash. So, but this is one of the ones I would not put in my parlay. I would not bet my money line on. And as I keep going and going, I have to back my mouth just like I did with Loma. And I'm going to have to back Francisco Prada. I'm going to throw down not a whole $100 unit. I'm going to throw down a half a unit because he's plus 225. I'm going to throw down $50, 0.5 units, plus 225 for him on his money line. I want to back my fucking boy, the fucking Argentinian young savage. And I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and see where the fuck we end up, because I really do like this kid. I feel like that I'm sharp enough to know when something's special or worth the bet. And if you feel somewhat similar, you know how we do.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
So, but with that said, we elaborated that on way further than I should because I fucking love Argentinians. The next fight of the night is between Cledson Rodriguez versus Shannon Rossby. You got to break that down first.
Let's go, man. So first, this is a flyweight fight. We got Cledson Rodriguez, man. Cledson Rodriguez has shown up 7-2. KR. I don't know what type of nickname that is. But the 27-year-old man representing Team Nogueira.
It's the fucking basicest nickname. It's like putting my initials as MEK because I'm Michael Eugene Copenhaver. I'm MEK, bro. It's MEK. It's MEK's corner, bro. You know what I mean?
For real, man. 27 years old, this man is. 5'6", 67-inch reach. Representing Team Nogueira. So, you know, Pitbull Brothers and all that. That's the team he's repping. My dude, first of all, big ass flyweight. This dude is a big flyweight.
He big. He big. He big, but he ain't that big.
No. He did lose his last fight. That was back in last year, May, to CJ Vergara. That was a split decision. He won his debut, his Contender Series fight. Unanimous decision. The CJ Vergara fight was kind of interesting, but majority of his wins, you know, he got knockouts, submissions, decisions. Big guy, powerful striker. Doesn't strike a lot. His output is not that like high. It's pretty like moderate. Sometimes it gets low later in the round. Sometimes it's kind of like lackadaisical a little bit. Or, you know, he's a strong dude, but he doesn't quite engage much. He would throw some shots from a distance. Sometimes he throws in a little bit, but a lot of rangy shots, big kicks, big punches. Defense is pretty well. I think the lack of striking kind of cost him against Vergara, though. But he does pretty well for himself. He's going up against the Turkish delight Shannon Ross, who's 13-6. 33 years old, 5'6", 66-inch reach, 5 rings dojo, representing Australia. This dude's pretty dope, man. 8 finishes, 5 decisions, 2 losses by KO TKO, 1 loss by submission, 3 by decision. Fought last year on the Contender Series. He fought Vinicius Salvador. Very good fight. He did get smoked, though, round 2 by Vinicius. Salvador just pieced that man up from a distance. But props to him because he took punishment, bro. This motherfucker got hit, and he was dishing it right back, but he got overwhelmed. So, other than that, man, he has a good mix-up. As we just said, he has his finishes. He has heart. He's tough. He got heart. He really got some heart. For him to win this, though, he's going to have to put that heart to the test, and he's going to have to outwork Cledson. That's what they got to do. You got to hustle this guy. You got to out-hustle Cledson. And that's going to be tough because you got to go through Cledson's striking.
Clayton's going to fuck this dude up, I feel.
If Salvador managed to reach this man the way he did, and that was with the hands, Rodriguez is going to definitely reach him with the legs. It's going to definitely hit him with the legs, definitely land those necessary strikes. Rodriguez, I'm going to take Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez has a better dictation, better understanding of range and how to throw his strikes. As I said, more preferably his kicks. Ross is going to go and try to fight him in his face. And I don't like that because he took a lot of punishment just fighting Salvador. I think he's going to put himself in the line of danger, and that's right for the pickings for Clayton. So taking Clayton.
Yeah, man, dude, beautiful breakdown. B, I absolutely love your mind and how we think totally different. I mean, if like you guys if you guys watch the show every week, I gotta relate the show kind of like Home Improvement. I'm Tim the Toolman Taylor. He's Al Borland. He's smarter. He's more sensible. And he makes sure that I keep myself in somewhat line because I'm fucking, more fucking power, baby. More power, more pussy. We know how we do it, baby. So I fucking get wild, but I love when B breaks down shit that I don't have as much experience in. But with Shannon Ross, like they're selling you with an Australian here. Did you notice, B, how I didn't mention Shannon Ross's name when I talked about all the fighters from down under?
Yes.
Well, I did that on purpose, guys. He's called the Turkish Delight. He's 13-6. He didn't fucking say the Australian Delight. He didn't say that he's super polite. He said that he's here for a fight. And I don't fucking believe that he has what it takes to take on a guy like Klidson Rodriguez. I feel like he's going to get battered and bruised. He's lost by punches round 2, lost by rear naked choke round 1. B. You know I hate tappers and nappers, you know?
Yes, I do.
Now, and how often does the tapper or napper lose? Be honestly, like when I'm talking, you know, it's bad, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of like my rule with the veteran with gas left in the tank versus the newer comer. That rule too, you know, it's fucking solid. There's a few rules that I like to pass on here on Cope's Corner in the sense of gambling, because gambling is irresponsible, number one, obviously. But if you're going to do it, at least have some fucking knowledge on what you're doing. And so it's important to fire when you know what you're talking about. And so with Shannon Ross, I feel like he's outgunned. I feel like he's going to get beat the F up. Right now, Klidson Rodriguez is -350 plus 275 comeback for Shannon Ross. Pretty much the only Australian on the card who called himself the Turkish Delight that isn't favored. Isn't like gonna roll here like thoroughly. So I'm going Klidson. I think he does it thoroughly, but it sucks that we can't make any money off it. I was hoping that we could get like a pick'em, but that's not what we have here. So I've elaborated enough on a fight that we cannot bet. The next fight of the night is between Joshua Calvillo versus Milsik Bagdasarian. I want to say it's good, but it's just like average, right, B?
This is very difficult. This is difficult. This is more difficult than what people think. This is difficult.
I'm not talking about difficult. I'm talking about both these guys will never be kind of champion. They're kind of average in the sense, both really well-rounded.
Okay.
But I don't see like a future very bright for either one of these two. And I don't mean to hate, because I do hate when I want to. So with that said, Milsik is 7-1. That calls himself the Gun. Fights out of Armenia. Shout out to the Armenians. Armenians are great people. My buddy's wife is Armenian, Maria Bagdasarian, and she's no way. No, Maria Barber. I gotta look that up. It's very close to his name. It's crazy. Very similar. But dude, her mom is my buddy's mom. My buddy's wife. Her mom is the best person in the world. She's like an angel to me. She doesn't speak much English. My buddy's dog was dying and I had to give it IV treatment 1 or 2 times a day. And so I was given an IV fluids in the morning and night because I was a medic, and we should do it on our search and rescue dogs. And so this Armenian this grandmother, she used to cook these pastries and Armenian coffee. And I would go there every night and like I would bond with her. And one day I broke down crying like a little ass girl, like it happens when you're tired after saving lives or just helping people. And so this Armenian grandmother from Maria, she just like grabbed me and hugged me. And my mom died a long time ago. My dad died when I was 9. And so, like, I can't tell you how good Armenian people, like, I have a special place in my heart for them. Worked on the ambulance in Los Angeles for 8 years. Armenians take very good care of their family. He fights out of Glendale, California, so that's why I'm getting all emotional, and the tequila's fucking making me all fucking wooshy-washy over the fucking Armenian culture right now. But either way, Melsik is 31 years old, 5'9", 7 years old, 7-fight win streak, fights out of Glendale. Like I said, he has more of a kickboxing base. His submission is a submission weakness. It's kind of his Achilles heel, which, I don't like, but is what it is. He hasn't lost in a long time. What's funny is it says that he has a loss of submissions, but it doesn't say how on Tapology. But either way, last fight he won by Bruno Souza, unanimous decision. Colin Anglin, he won by head kick and punches round 2. Like I said, this dude's pretty well rounded. I just don't think, like I said, neither of these two I think are going to be like the it factor of the champion of the world. None of them have like a BJJ background that I can gloat of. For some Melsik, he has decent wrestling, good striking. And then we have Joshua Calbillo, fights out of Australia as well, right? From down under. He's called himself Kuyo. He's 10-1-1, 28 years old, 5'10" with a 73-inch reach on a 2-fight win streak. BJJ is listed as his base, even though he has more KO finishes than he does BJJ, because he has absolutely none, I believe, submissions. Lost ground and pound by Jalen Turner. Jalen Turner is very big and long for the division, so that one I don't like tappers and nappers, but that one is kind of justified. The odds makers are very conflicted too, like I am. -105 for Melsik, the Armenian, and Joshua Kalbu, the boy from down under, is -115. Man. We got the ground and pound loss from Kalbu, who I don't like, and we have nothing from the Armenian, who I love. So I'm going to have to back Melsik on this one, B. Might be a little love for Armenia. Might not be, but who you going with?
See, that's what I said. This is very tough.
Yeah,
Kulibal has a jiu-jitsu.
I thought it was easier at first, but it was just my love for Armenia.
I was stuck too. I was stuck on this one all week. Kulibal, let's talk about it. Kulibal fought before when he debuted. He fought as a lightweight. Jalen Turner took his soul. He moved down to featherweight. He's fought his 2 fights. His 2 fights were pretty good. But now they were pretty good. The last fight was a split decision. It was very close. He could wrestle and grapple, but he don't wrestle and grapple often. He does a lot of striking. He's more so he strikes a lot more than he does grappling. And I wish he could use his grappling, because his grappling is not bad. Bagdasaryan, though, Melsik, even though he fight out of Glendale, head movement. He got Edmund as his coach.
That's not good. It's not good.
Oh no! Don't take Edmund as his coach to be like a weakness. No, he is good. He is good.
I don't know. I like Melsik. You heard me suck his dick, but I'm like, I don't like.
He's good. I've said this when he was on the Contender Series. I said, don't boo him because he's coached by Edmund. I said it. Don't do it because it's different.
Don't get kicked off the show right now, bro. They're gonna think I'm racist right now, right?
No, it's Melsik Bagdasaryan. No, I know. Melsik got big kickboxing. He's a really solid kickboxer.
Yes.
Nasty power in his kicks and punches. He's managed to level up his cardio, and his takedown defense ain't bad. It's pretty good. Pretty good takedown defense. The thing is, will Kulibal attempt to use takedowns against this guy? And if so, how many will he attempt? And will he have to eat shots to get inside on Melsik to get the takedowns? Because if he's going to go shoot for a takedown, he's going to leave himself open to body kicks. This is a fact. I didn't like his fight against Soo Choi. It was a very questionable fight, even though he got the takedown against. He knocked down Choi. That was the thing. And he also managed to wrestle and scramble, but he got the knockdown, which helped him a lot. Who's the underdog in this one?
Oh, sorry. Hold on. Sorry. It's Melsick. No.
Melsick
Melsick slight favorite now. Sorry, my bad.
Slight favorite now. Okay.
It's a pick'em, bro. So there's no fucking slight. There's no favorite. It's just at the time when you're betting. Actually, I lied. It's a tequila. -105. I'm dyslexic. -105 Melsick. -115 Calbuo. It switches as we talk, and so Melsick is slight underdog. But at this odds, you call it a pick'em. I don't care if you're winning $10.
We'll take Melsick.
Oh, you're backing my boy too?
We'll take Melsick then.
Holy
we'll take
shit.
Melsick.
Do I gotta
back it should be Kulibao. Kulibao should be able to get this. I just don't trust the fact because Kulibao does not wrestle enough. He does not wrestle enough. He tends to throw hands a lot. And it's stupid. It makes no sense.
And I do feel like the Armenian is a little more fight IQ in the sense, but it's the pride. Calbuo's gonna have a lot of pride behind him in the sense on this weekend, you know.
Yeah, he's gonna look to try to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The crowd could be a big help or a detriment, man. Yeah. So that's why I'm gonna take Bagdasaryan here, man. I'm definitely gonna take Bagdasaryan.
I'm glad you are too. I'm not gonna bet this one because I've been emotional a couple times on this card, and I don't like to bet emotionally. Do not bet emotionally. Do not bet because I'm German. I don't bet Germans every time. I hate Dom Cruz. I don't bet against Dom Cruz every fucking time, right, B? Right, B?
That's right.
We've won money here on Cope's Corner betting on Dom Cruz. I hate Dom Cruz. I have reasons to hate Dom Cruz. Called out Dom Cruz with my brother War Machine. Besides the point. But at least I back my shit. I talk my shit. I say my shit. At least I'm legit and I don't quit. You know how we do it, B. So I really do appreciate you guys. Kevin Henry's Fabro. Shout out to you on Facebook. I appreciate you tuning in. I don't know exactly what you're saying with the para Nindu. You got to forgive my American ignorance. I don't know what that says. I'm hoping that says something nice, and I absolutely love and appreciate you. But because I have said stupid shit, it could say, fuck that guy. He's a piece of shit. Fuck his green eyes. Let's move to the next fucking fight. The next fight of the night is between Tyson Pedro takes on Modestas Bukauskas. And B, you got to break down that first. And I love Tyson Pedro. Dude, I got a lot of emotions on this card. It must be because I have a lot of Samoan friends. Shout out to the SUA Law Group. If you need help in Ventura County, Los Angeles County, hit up SUA Law Group. Brandon Sewell, the best fucking attorneys that there is. The Samoan practitioner. He's the one of 3 triplets here in Ventura County. I've known him my whole life. And so maybe because I love Samoans, maybe because a lot of Polynesians are fucking on the Australian island. I don't know, but I love Tyson Pedro, B.
Right. Let's go.
Could be
Tyson
stupid.
Pedro, 9-3. 31 years old, 6'3" with the 79-inch reach. Representing Sydney, New South Wales. Yes, sir. Currently riding a 2-fight win streak. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Last fight out, he beat Harry Hunsucker. He beat Ike Villanueva before that. What did we talk about? 6'3", 79-inch reach. Nearly 80-inch reach, man. The boy could kickbox. The boy had his jiu-jitsu. He had up and down. You know, he had the bad leg injury, but managed to come back, get these 2 wins off. Improved really well in his boxing. Using his range a lot better. Keeping dudes at the end of his punches. I love that. He's done well for himself. He's trained with who is it? Mark Hunt, Justin Tafa.
Mark Hunt. So Mark Hunt since he was young, like Bam Bam kind of.
Yeah, and Tuivasa, yes. That little clique. That's their little clique. They train together. Yeah, man. He's done pretty well for himself. Even though he's improved his striking, he has a nasty jiu-jitsu game. Be very careful. He loves them Kimuras. He can pull out a couple leg locks, a little rear naked, but he loves his Kimuras. He's going up against the Baltic gladiator Modestas Bukauskas. For those of you guys who don't remember, he's 13-5. He's 29 years old. He's 6'3" with a 78-inch reach. He's currently riding a 2-fight win streak. He also had his ACL, MCL, and LCL all destroyed by Khalil Roundtree just a while ago.
Hey, you can't hate on that. Khalil Roundtree's a fucking savage. I almost have nightmares of Khalil Roundtree kicking me in the fucking little chicken legs, bro.
Man, hit that for real. For real.
He's fucked grown men's legs up, and I'm supposed to be a grown man, but I don't feel like a grown man next to motherfuckers like that.
For real. Man destroyed his whole knee. Destroyed his whole shit off of one kick. A kick that they want to ban, but you can't ban it.
No.
It's a technique. Sorry.
No. Yep.
He came back. He was out after that fight on September 2021. And then resurfaced, man, on Cage Warriors back last year in November. December, he did his thing. He beat two guys, one by decision, and the last fight before he came back, round 4 for the light heavyweight title, which he won. Right hook in round 4. Pretty good fight against Chuck Campbell. Oh, excuse me. Even though he had double the experience of Chuck, he still beat Chuck. It is what it is. He's back here. Good kickboxing skills. Good dictation of range. Not bad, man. He had a couple submissions. A lot of KOs, TKOs. Big striker, man. Big striker. Seems to have tightened up in his striking. With that said, Bukauskas is coming back. He's getting second chance here. I want to see how that knee's going to hold up. Even though he fought the other two guys, that's cool. You know what I mean? You're coming back into the big stage in the UFC. You find a guy who's catching his legs back too. Yo, Bukauskas going to come in, throw big things. You got to cut and fight mid-range against Tyson Pedro. You can't fight on the outside against Tyson. Tyson going to find his way to fuck you up. Now, if you're going to try to strike, he going to look for a takedown. He does pretty well for himself on the takedowns.
He's strong.
Yeah. Very strong. He could take some shots. He could take some pretty good punishment.
His beef strong.
You know what I mean? For real. And he's gonna look to.
Did you ever watch Major League, the movie, B?
Yes, I have. Yes,
you know what I'm talking about? His beef strong.
Yo. But yeah, man. I think I'm gonna take Pedro on this one. It's gonna be a fun fight. Modestas can't be too flashy. He can't hesitate. I'm gonna take Pedro because I think Pedro got the better hands over the two of them. Bukauskas could throw, but Bukauskas doesn't throw in combination. He doesn't throw. He only throws like one shot or 1 or 2 shots, and it's just big shots. No combination striking. He's not really necessarily that light on his feet compared to Pedro. I like Pedro's boxing a lot better and how Pedro throws his kicks to keep the range so he could get folks at the end of his punches. Yeah. So I'm definitely going to take Tyson Pedro on this. I think Pedro finishes this one inside the distance. Tyson Pedro all day. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, you couldn't have said any better. And I absolutely, obviously love the Samoan Polynesian clan in the sense. I like Tyson Pedro all day. I wish his odds were a little bit better for us so we could actually bet on it. It's negative 250 plus 200 comeback for Bukauskas. Like I'm gonna bet it. I'm gonna personally bet it my degenerate self, myself, Mike Copenhaver. I normally am more reserved for you guys here on the show because I absolutely hate losing. And so I always try to hold back on my degenerate self. And I've been emotional on a bunch of these fucking bouts. And I didn't even fucking think it was going to happen in the sense. I want to throw the 2.5 units on Tyson Pedro because I do believe that he is superior. I do believe that he wins this bout here. I just don't want to throw down that much money down for the show in the sense and on my emotions. But I do believe that Tyson Pedro does the damn thing and that he rolls here. I just don't see any way that Bukauskas is man enough to bang with Tyson Pedros and hang all the rounds. So the next fight of the night is between Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menafield. B. This should be a good one between some bigger guys who fucking have some really, really good talent. So we got Jimmy Crute here, who's 26 years old, versus the 35-year-old Alonzo Menafield. Alonzo Menafield, his Achilles heel is almost his mind. Do you agree, B?
Yeah, I agree with you.
He not only does he see 9 years older, 2 inches shorter, 2 inches reach advantage at least for himself. It's let me see what the odds makers have. Menafield is plus 155 comeback, negative 190 Crute. And I kind of see that in the sense of like Alonzo Menafield. Yeah, he's fun to watch bang. Yes, he could bang the fuck out of Crute on the feet. Yes, I do think that Alonzo Menafield is a much better striker than Jimmy Crute. But hey, B, remind me, does Alonzo Menafield ever got up off his back? Not often, right?
Not often, but he has before.
Not a lot, not enough to like be like, oh, that guy's got great takedown defense and get up game, right? Round one.
Depending on where he's at. If you take him down in the center of the cage,
round one, yeah,
he's stuck.
But
if you have him against the cage, he'll get the fuck up. He'll get up.
This is a weird one. I'm not betting this one. I don't like Jimmy Crute enough. I liked Alonzo Menafield enough back. I liked Alonzo Menafield back in the day enough to bet this, but I don't trust him because he has pulled some OSP type shit. He does like to win by KO, TKO. He does have submissions on his game. He has 2-fight win streak, beat Misha Serkinov, big dude. Askar Mazarakov, who ended up being fake. Ashcan, I don't even know if that's the same dude. Elbows from Crucifix round one. Lost to William Knight, who's a smaller guy. Lost to OSP. Lost to Devin Clark. I can't trust Alonzo Menafield here, so I got to go Jimmy Crute here. He's favorited. It's not just because he's favorited, but I just really believe that Alonzo Menafield's a quitter, and I'd have to go Jimmy Crute. It's just tougher in the end. B, what do you say?
Jimmy Crute is 2-3 in his last 5 fights. I think Alonzo Menafield is about the same thing. I think, or 3-2 in his last 5.
He's 3-2, 4-1.
4-1. Okay.
Yeah, Alonzo Menafield's actually better off.
This is a very tricky fight. It's a very confusing fight.
Very.
Because Jimmy is a damn if you do, damn if you don't type of situation in his last couple fights. Hitch him. The fight's tomorrow.
Tomorrow,
tomorrow.
Tomorrow the fight is Hitchum. It is at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in New York time. I'm in California. It is 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for me. And I don't know where you're at exactly, but I know you know Eastern Standard Time because that's more known than Pacific Standard Time. So 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time going off in New York, even though it's over in Australia. That's how I can tell you, right, B?
Yeah, right.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Appreciate you being here, though, Hitchum.
Right. But yeah, man. Jimmy has tried to improve in his boxing. He's worked with Rob Whittaker on his wrestling and some of his jiu-jitsu. Alonzo's kind of improved and shown a lot better patience in his last 2 fights. Before he would just go in there and try to maul people and then get gassed out, end up getting beat up. Now he's been patient, show a lot more maturity. And he showed they could carry his power through the 3 rounds. I like Crute. But I'm going to take Alonzo on this one. I'm going to take Alonzo. Look, I'm going to take Alonzo. Jimmy had a shaky leg his last fight. The fight before got smoked by Jamal Hill in under a minute. I'm going to take Alonzo. Man. It's going to be a lot of pressure on Jimmy this time around, man.
I agree.
It's a lot of pressure on this one.
I would pick Alonzo all fucking day, bet at everything, but he just fucking – he does that shit where it just doesn't show up, you know, with his heart sometimes, you know?
Sometimes, I know. That mental lapse. But he's talked about it before. I think he's going to come in here prepared, man. Yeah. It's going to be a fun fight regardless. But I'm going to take Alonzo. I'm going to take Alonzo Menifield on this one.
Okay, dope. The next fight of the night is between Justin Tafa takes on Parker the Pig Porter. You get it busted down first, B.
Yo, man. So the next fight is Randy Brown versus
I know. Yo, I don't give a fuck. Hey, let's be real. This fight's stupid. You guys are dumb.
It's a heavyweight fight, man. It's Parker Porter versus Justin Tafa. You know it's going to be some heavy hitters here. Justin Tafa's 5-3. He's been a mixed bag since showing up to the UFC.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 5 wins, 3 losses. 29 years old, 6 foot tall, 74-inch reach. 1 win currently. He beat Harry Huntsucker his last fight out. Caught him with a head kick. Harry blocked the kick and still got knocked out. What the fuck is that? That shows how powerful Justin Tafa is, though. And his brother was supposed to be on this card too, you know. But I think he got injured. Justin Tafa's brother was supposed to be on the card. What the hell? Junior Tafa, there you go. Junior was supposed to be on the card, making his debut, but didn't happen. You know, sucks. But Junior is the more polished striker of the 2 brothers. But, you know, 29, 74-inch reach. He lost to Jared Vanderer by unanimous decision. Carlos Felipe beat him by split decision. He managed to beat Juan Adams before that, but Yorgan De Castro knocked him out in his debut. Yo, another damn if you do, damn if you don't. Parker Porter, though, who's 13-7, and we've joked about him and made fun of him quite a bit here on the show. We got to apologize.
No. You apologize. I'll make fun of him.
Okay. I made fun of him a little bit because of the name, you know, but albeit he's out of Connecticut.
I fucking love you, bro.
What's up? 37 years old, 6 foot tall, 75-inch reach. Yo, man, 4 knockout TKOs, 8 finishes, 5 decisions. Got 1 DQ, 3 losses by KO, TKO, 3 losses by submission. But he lost to Jalton Almeida his last fight out, all in one round. Jalton Almeida picked him up, beat him up, submitted him. Before that, he had that lackluster fight with Alan Bordeaux. Jesus Christ. And then Chase Sherman lost to him.
Oh, my God.
Because Chase Sherman is a whole shit bag. What the hell is wrong with Chase Sherman, man? But then he beat Josh Parisian, which I'm not.
He's a bar fighter, bro.
Word. You know, he beat Josh Parisian, which I'm kind of happy about because Josh Parisian, I don't know why Josh Parisian is even in the organization. No. Like, Josh Parisian can wrestle, and he fights the most
his contract, because they know he's going to lose, and his contract's fucking like $15,000 to show.
He fights the most oblong, questionable, confusing way I've ever seen somebody fight in my life. Almost as horrible as Chase Sherman at times. But, yo, this is it. This guy got submission skills. Could he submit this dude, Justin Tafa? Yeah. Possibly can.
I don't believe it.
You know.
I don't believe it. I don't believe in fucking transgenders either.
He could possibly get the submission. Possibly. Yo, what's up, Chase? Hey. Yo. Yeah, man. Harry Hunsucker almost had him in a submission in the first round. Remember that?
Yeah.
Before he got yes, at one point, yeah, he did, and then Tafa tried to kill him. But yeah, yo, this is a crazy ass fight. Parker Porter could win this, but Parker Porter has to avoid. Parker Porter has to. No, you can't avoid the power. Jesus Christ, what the fuck am I talking about? He could go in here if he goes and initiates early grappling, early takedowns. He got to Spivak Justin Tafa for him to get this win possibly here. Because you're not going to eat punches for 3 rounds or 2 rounds against Justin Tafa. No, that's not possible. You're not going to eat punches. You're not going to eat kicks from Justin Tafa like that. No, ain't no way in hell. I know people are picking Porter to win this.
They're picking Porter? That's fucking crazy.
There are people who are picking Porter. Some people they believe Parker Porter is the more well-rounded guy. He has more experience.
They're the same
white trash. Able to handle this shit.
They're the same white trash people who fuck fat bitches in the trailer park.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, I'm from Simi Valley, bro. I'm not Joe Dirt fucking trailer park lifestyle. I know when white trash people fucking fuck fat bitches, and that sounds like some fat bitch shit.
Is Tafa the favorite here?
Tafa is not the favorite, or just slight favorite. -125 plus 105 comeback. Parker the peak Porter.
Shit.
I gotta go Tafa. I'm not backing off.
That's what I was gonna say.
There's no way, bro. There's a certain thing with Samoans, Islanders, Polynesians. I can never in my life, after knowing Samoans and Polynesians myself personally, the Suapayapoa tribe here over in Southern California, I 100% know how fierce those motherfuckers are. I don't see it going well for Parker Porter over there, bro.
Word.
That's just that might be racist. That might be haterade. They got something special. He'd rather die in there than lose. I know that.
I know Parker can eat some punches, but Parker ain't gonna be eating no Justin Tafa shots like that. Ain't no fucking way. Nope. Yeah. I'm sorry. That's why I say if Parker's not trying to get a takedown from the start of this fight, he's screwed.
Yep.
He's screwed.
Yep. And I agree too, man. So with that said, the next fight of the night is going to be a banger. The co-main event is Randy Rude Boi Brown takes on Jack Della Maddalena. Jack Della is pretty much the Australian from down under prospect. Sorry, I said co-main event. I'm a retard. It's third. It's the third fight to the end. And the co-main event is Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett. I got fired up because this is
the middle fight of the main card.
This could be a co-main event because of the fact that it is so good. We got Randy Rude Boi Brown, who is very, very long. Got the Jamaican fucking blood. Comes out Rude Boy, 16-4, 32 years old, 6'3", 78-inch reach, 4-fight win streak, fighting out of Queens, New York, but over by the Bronx, fucking my boy Mr. B. He last took on Francisco Trinaldo, who's the veteran OG. Pretty much, dude, Francisco's beat tons of people, been in their game with everybody. He beat that dude, but that dude wasn't as strong as he was. Chaos Williams, he beat split decision. Chaos Williams only had power for 1 round. Jared Gooden, he beat unanimous. Alex Oliveira, rear naked choke round 1.
Yeah, that was nice.
Tapped round 2, knees and punches of Vicente Luque. I don't like that. I like Rude Boi Brown. Sorry, let me see. I like Jack Della Maddalena even more. 13-2, 26 years young, 5'11", 73-inch reach, 13-fight win streak, fighting out of Australia from down under, have everyone on his back. I believe he's one of the coaches over there at City Kickboxing. Danny Roberts, he beat punches round 1. Ramaz at Meave round 1. Pete Rodriguez round 1. This dude's a finisher with strikes. Man, this is the first time though he's gonna face someone as long and as strong and as athletic as Randy Rude Boi Brown. Odds makers have Maddalena at a -350 plus 260 comeback for the underdog Randy Rude Boi Brown. I think that's I'm going Jack Della Maddalena because I think he's more superior, and I feel like Randy Rude Boi's been finished before, and Jack's striking is so diverse, but the athleticism, the strength, and the length of Rude Boy Randy Brown really worries me. I'm not betting it because of that, but what do you say about it, B?
This is crazy.
It is, right?
This is a crazy fight. This is a really crazy fight. This is a really good fight. And if Jack Della Maddalena followed up very well with what Vicente Luque did with Randy Brown, he's going to do the exact same shit. And the exact same result is going to come in. This shit is a game of inches, a game of output, a game of deadly consequences. Randy Brown got reach, and Randy Brown is nasty. Don't get me wrong. That boy put his kicks and his punches. He's working a lot better behind his punches. Let me tell you that. When he throws long, he uses that long jab at times. Sometimes he pumps out that double jab. I like that shit because he uses footwork with it. Sometimes, though, he be a little head in the bird, his head's in the air, it's in the clouds sometimes where he's throwing things and he's sticking to form, and then he gets a little out of line, you know what I mean? Out of focus on what he's supposed to be doing, and that's shown up in the past couple fights. It showed up in the Chaos Williams fight. It showed up somewhere a little bit in the Trinaldo fight, if I remember correctly. It rears his head from time to time. But he uses his range very well. He's a range guy. He hates pressure, though. And Jack is going to bring a shit ton of pressure. Jack's thing is, I move forward. I will read what you throw. I will throw. He will take a hit to throw a hit, to throw a shot. He'll take a shot to throw a shot, which also follows up with our co-main event. But we'll get to that a little bit. He'll take a shot to throw a shot. Yeah, he'll take a shot to throw a shot, but his shot will definitely land. I love his accuracy. I love his angles. I love how he measures up opponents. And he's not just a headhunter. He will go for the body. He is a very proficient in his strikes, his accuracy, and where he's working from. I like his footwork. Emeev had tried to catch him in that submission. He was aware of it, and he fought his way to get out of that. That shows me the heart. He's going to show a lot of heart to Randy. It's going to be definitely a matter of who going to break first. If Randy ain't careful, man, Jack going to break that body down and then break him completely. My pick, even though this is a big task, man, you in the main, you on the pay-per-view. I'm going to take Jack Della. It's not going to be an easy fight. And if it's an easy fight, if there is a finish in this fight, I will be shocked. I will be shocked. If Jack Della lays out Randy Brown, even though we see this man knocking out people, I will be thoroughly shocked. But I'm taking Jack Della Maddalena. This is going to be a really fun fight.
Well, I'm glad we agree on that one. Jack's just so talented. I'd like Randy Rude Boi Brown, but he's got a few flaws in his game that I just cannot back. With that said, the co-main event of the night is my boy, the Mexican Pride, the Chicano, Yair Rodriguez takes on Josh Emmett. B, you got to break it down first.
Yes, sir. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's go.
For the interim featherweight title. You hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you hear me? Okay, cool.
Oh, yeah.
My headphones.
Can you hear me now? Like
my headphones died. That's why.
Drop the dimes like a
It's okay, because I still got the speaker. It's good. Yair Rodriguez versus Josh Emmett, ladies and gentlemen. The number 2 guy in the featherweight division versus the number 5 guy in the featherweight division, if I remember correctly. And this climb, man, this journey has been kind of crazy. We got El Pantera on one side. If he manages to win this here, he becomes the second guy to be crowned the champion this year of Mexican descent, correct? Yep, Mexican heritage. Yep. El Pantera Yair Rodriguez, 14-3, man. 30 years old, 5'11" with the 71-inch reach. Out of VFS Academy, Chicago, Illinois, man, to Chihuahua, Mexico. Trained out of VFS. Used to be a little bit with Jackson Wink at one point, but he kind of split up and did his own thing. He still kind of does his little thing, I think, from time to time. But yeah, man. 8 wins by finish, 6 by decision. Guy's pretty damn good. Guy's pretty good. Last fight he fought Brian Ortega. A shoulder injury ended that one early, but based off of what we seen, Brian Ortega was getting lit up. I ain't going front. That boy Yair developed his hands pretty damn well. He lost to Max Holloway, but that was an epic fight, which once again showed me Yair Rodriguez developed his hands pretty damn well. He was more of the striker, more of the diverse, explosive, dynamic kicks. Boy showing his hands. I like it. Before that, he fought Jeremy Stevens. After that no contest beforehand from Jeremy Stevens, where in Mexico City they went crazy, knocked out Chan Sung Jung with that unique ass elbow in a classic.
Yeah. That shit fucking was wild, bro. We had a bet here on Cope's Corner on that one, and I felt like we were winning until that round.
That shit was crazy. I thought Chan Sung had it, man, in the bag. But yo, Yair's super explosive, crazy footwork, light on his feet, man. When he puts his feet though onto the ground, oh shit, there's some craziness. But I'm liking the aggression that he's been putting in his last couple fights, though. He's fighting like a man on a mission. And before everybody questioned that his heart, especially after what happened to him against Frankie Edgar. This goes to our other side. The old man. What might be his last opportunity.
Old man.
At a title.
Hey,
18-2. What?
Don't call me. No, I'm 37, bro. It hurts. It hurts. My back fucking keep going out.
Hey, man. In his case, it means a lot. You know what I mean? I'm not really trying to disrespect, but he got some mileage on him, man.
Oh, he got mileage.
18-2.
He's like a fucking airplane.
For real, man. Currently riding a 5-fight win streak out of Team Alpha Male. Is Josh Emmett, 37 years old, 5'6" with the 70-inch reach. Represents Sacramento, California. Yo, we was listening to that song.
I'm going back to Cali.
I was listening to that song this week too. That's what had me.
Dude, hey, they're talking about Cali because it's warm over here. There's some bad bitches. And we got the best marijuana, and you can't hate on none of it.
Shit, man. Word. But yo, Josh Emmett is tied for the most knockdowns in UFC history.
Yep.
Knockdowns, not knockouts. He got 6 knockouts, KOs. 2 submissions, 10 decisions. He's only been knocked out once, and he had 1 loss by decision. And that 1 knockout loss was in the hands of Jeremy Stevens. So it just shows the type of power you got to bring to knock this guy out. He beat Calvin Kattar his last fight out, split decision. Controversial, somewhat. Dan Ige, he beat by unanimous decision. That knockdown kind of was the deal breaker there. Shane Burgos, epic crazy fight during the COVID of June 2020. Before that, slept Mursad Bektic. There you go, Bektic. And Michael Johnson was beating him until he got knocked out. Got sent to the shadow room in the 3rd round.
Oh, man.
Leaned over like Michael Jackson. Smooth criminal. Yo, so this fight here, man, let's be for real. This is another fight based on inches, based on range. Speed kills.
Yeah,
that's the story of this fight right here, man. Yair Rodriguez is coming in super fast. He's a very, very fast featherweight.
Way too fast, bro.
Way too fast. Really good footwork, as we already said. Light on his feet. Good combinations. Mixes the hands and the kicks together. I'm loving what he's doing with his hands because what he does with his hands are going to be more better for him to disguise his kicks with. You know what I mean? You throw some hands, people are going to expect the hands. Oh, shit, switch of range. Here comes the kick. Boom. Setups are going to be crazy. His setups are pretty damn solid, too. I like those. He can't throw a lot of kicks, though. You're going to have to level out your kicks. You're going to have to do that count because kicks kind of expend more energy than punches do. So you're going to have to mix it up and mix up more in your hands than your kicks. Save your kicks for, like, later rounds unless you're going to need to sneak them in here and there, I would say. Keep your defense up because Josh Emmett's going to pull out the whole toolbox. We don't see Emmett wrestle a lot here in the UFC. We haven't seen a lot of his wrestling.
You're going to need to.
And he's a big-time fucking wrestler, but he barely wrestles. He's going to need to wrestle, definitely, Mike. He needs to wrestle. He needs to get himself out of kicking range and step into punching range. He does that very well because he kind of sometimes threatens the takedown, which leaves the opponents open for him to throw shots to the head. He got to mix it up to the body as well. Just like how I said about Jack Della, same thing applies here with Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett, don't get too crazy. Do not step off the gas. That's one of the problems too. Sometimes he wants to take a break. You take in these 5-round fights. If you ever see, you see a couple 5-round fights. That third round, fourth round is a little sketchy. He kind of breaks off. We seen Yair Rodriguez fight Max Holloway and power through 5 fucking rounds. We seen him fight Jeremy Stevens and power through. Yo, Yair's here, and I like Yair. Yair's dope. But my man Josh Emmett, Emmett's like scrap iron, man. It's going to be hard to put him away. And for that, I'm taking Josh on this one.
Oh, you're crazy.
A little crazy.
Oh, you crazy. You so crazy.
I'm taking Emmett, man.
You so
Emmett's
crazy.
going to be that dog.
Oh,
Emmett's
you
that
so
dog.
crazy. All that hype. I thought we was eating motherfucking tamales and tacos all fucking night. All that fucking hype on my boys in Chihuahua. Holy shit. Well, we're on the polar opposites here, kid. I'm backing the Chicano. I gotta back the Mexicano. I gotta back my boy Yair Rodriguez. He's too fast, too smooth. Too many points are going to be scored on this 3-round bout or 5-round bout. It's 5 rounds. Oh, that's a little different.
5 rounds, yes, sir.
5 rounds, still too many points, too much cardio, too much muscle that I got to rely on with Josh Emmett. There's no way. If B was back in Yair Rodriguez, I was going to bet it. Now that he's not, I'm going to hold it. And I'm feeling like Yair Rodriguez absolutely styles here. I don't see him getting clipped. If Zabit Shapir Magomedov, the fucking dude who's not even fighting anymore, who I thought was really talented, lost to Yair, I just don't think that Josh has it. He has power, yes. Is it going to hold for 2 rounds? After that, I really don't think that my boy Yair is going to be worried at all. I'm glad that B's holding me back because I could have gone crazy here on a max bet for Yair Rodriguez. I really did want to bet it, but I do respect it in the sense, and I do have a little tinglies that Josh Emmett could fucking smoke him into oblivion. But I'm going Yair Rodriguez by devastation, by just absolutely professionalism, by striking clinic, by speed, by movement, by everything. We shall see next week. The main event of the evening is Islam Makhachev takes on Alexander Volkanovski for the pound-for-pound title. The 155-pound championships on the line. Double champ status for Alexander Volkanovski, which a few have done. This is going to be an absolutely spectacular bout between these two. Islam has the most spectacular wrestling sambo background with our boy Khabib. He Dagestani. He throws it down. He does the damn thing. He has the best ground game. I will give him that. He's a little bit more flat-footed when it comes to the sense. He's not as fast as Alexander Volkanovski. I don't think he's as fluid. I don't think he has as good of kicks. This is a very hard one for me, B, to break down because I have a lot of love for Volkanovski. Plus 300 for the underdog Volkanovski. Negative 400 for Islam. And I do believe that Islam should win this fight. I do believe that he has the better ground game. I do believe that he should be able to smother. But fuck, a lot of disrespect going down for the dude from down under, Alexander Volkanovski, who has better striking, who does have good jiu-jitsu, has not shown his submission weakness. It's like I want to back Volkanovski here, but my heart tells me that like I think that Islam could do it too. This is a tough one for me, B. I think Volkanovski's striking could do it. I think that he could upset the world, and I gotta keep going with my instincts and think that Volkanovski does it. I think that he could shatter the dreams of Islam here. I think they're underestimating this dude and his power. But I wouldn't hate anyone for backing the fucking badass Dagestani Russian bad dude Islam Makhachev. What do you say, B?
Number one pound for pound versus number pound for pound.
It is tough. This is the toughest fight to break down.
25-1 versus 23-1. 12-fight win streak versus 11-fight win streak. Longest active win streak in the UFC versus second longest active win streak in the UFC. Both 15 career wins by finishes. Only one loss. Both of them beat a former champ in their last fights. Bro, if this was ever the hardest thing to figure out. Islam, the protege of Khabib Nurmagomedov. Abdulmanap Nurmagomedov helped train this kid.
I'm glad that you said that because I fucking was too faded to say it.
This man is very good at what he does.
Amazing.
He's improved quite a bit. What's weird about this fight is that we talk about the wrestling, but we're not thinking about the damn striking. This guy fought Charles Oliveira and made Charles Oliveira look like a total tool. Bruh, he outstruck Charles. He outgrappled Charles. Charles! You see Charles' win streak? He did that. Volkanovski's come out of here. You know what I mean? And look what he did to Max. Beat up Max. Schooled Max. Max! Yo, it's crazy. But yo, straight up, straightforward, Islam's going to come out here. We know Volk has really good striking. He's probably one of the more polished, most polished guy out of all those guys in city kickboxing. His striking is really damn good. He's a guy, say he carries big man aura because he was as big as 200 plus pounds in rugby. He carries that aura with him and he fights like that. He doesn't fight like a little dude. He fights like a monster. He fights really technical. If you push him to his limits, he will pull out that dog. He'll be that beast. We've seen what he did to Chad Mendes, you know? And we've seen what he did to damn Brian Ortega. We these guys get beat up and look average at times in front of Volkanovski. But we talk about Islam Makhachev, and when Makhachev implements his wrestling, everybody looks freaking damn near normal, just like Khabib. The constant takedowns, the chain grappling, the fact that he doesn't have to shoot for a single or a double. He could judo you. He has the full sambo background, so he has those types of things. His striking's improving. He's learning how to cut angles on people. He's learning how to counter shots. He's fucking with people because he has the takedowns to leave folks open to get these.
It's true. It's true. I hate it. I hate it.
He's capable of fighting. If you want to fight him inside, cool. Try your luck. You'll get thrown.
It's because he has the wrestling. That's why you know me, B. I love wrestling jiu-jitsu. He has that wrestling at any moment. But he keeps saying he wants to knock the dude out, and it worries me.
Do you want to play those games with Volkanovski? Volkanovski's leveled up to 155. Volk cuts a lot of weight. I'm noticing that. Because Volk made 155. He made it a half pound below the limit, but still looked like, you know what I mean? He looked full, but like at 155, he still kind of looked like he cuts a lot of weight. But, he's been training. Islam did pull out a good point. Australia doesn't have a wrestling team, which is true. It's fucked up. They don't have an Olympic wrestling team.
Yeah.
I never quite paid attention to that. He pulled that shit up.
It's pretty important.
He pulled that shit up on the press conference this morning, the early press conference, because I was up Thursday night.
You see Volkanovski training with Craig Jones, jiu-jitsu guy, and that's so impressive.
He's trained with Craig Jones, which is a very good pickup to do, considering how decorated Craig Jones is.
Leg lock guys.
Yeah. So he's looking for that. He said that, Islam leaves himself open, which is kind of true. Thiago Moises tried one, and it looked like he kind of had it, but Islam's base was pretty solid. So, he helped himself there. But some of those guys do leave themselves prone to some leg locks. Volk's going to have to play this game, man. You're going to have to mix with the wrestling. You're going to have to wrestle Islam. Islam is going to test to wrestle you. So that is going to happen. How many takedowns is going to take for Volk to get down? How many is Volk going to defend or get up from? That's the whole thing, because we've seen what Ortega did. If you're going to look in the past, Ortega took him down. Chad Mendes took him down. You know what I mean? But, Volk has a good output. Volk's jab is deadly. Volk's leg kicks are deadly.
It sucks. It sucks. It's just my heart wants Volk to win. I know Islam should smother him. It sucks.
But it's these weird angles of Islam striking that's going to fuck me up, because I don't know, man. Between Islam's awkward hook that he throws and the fact that he's developing that Khabib jab, that shit is crazy. That like they get low, but they pump the jab upward. And that
with the pressure coming forward, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, bro, my brain says Islam and my heart says Volk. Could Volk do this? Possibly, but that man got to go through hell to get it done.
Yeah, well, he needs space to do it. I just don't know if Islam smothers him, it's fucked.
He's going to have to force Islam into a stand-up game. If he could force Islam to stand up for at least 2 rounds, I think Volk could dance, man. Volk could get his thing and collect his groove and see what he could do for the rest of the fight. But shit, man, this is going to be rough against a guy who knows how to get takedowns from anywhere. This is rough.
I know.
Fuck, man. But yeah, as I said, my heart says Volk and my brain says Islam.
Yeah.
But with what's riding on this, I think Volk might get it done, man.
Dude, I feel the same exact way you do. Heart says Volk, brain says Islam. Love the Russian people, love their fucking love Islam, love Khabib, love the fact that they love the traditional culture with a man and a woman and just certain things with a religion. So I just it's tough for me. I don't know, man. Maybe because I'm a degenerate, I want Volkanovski. I want to throw down, but I'm not betting him. There's no way. I'm picking Islam. I want Volk. I'm gonna be cheering Volk, but in my brain, the wrestling jiu-jitsu side of me knows that he should be smothered. You know me?
Yeah, I hear that, man. If Volk gonna win, Volk got a boogie, man. Yeah. He got to keep a pace on him, and that's gonna be hard. That's gonna be hard.
It's going to be difficult, man, but it's too difficult to bet, too difficult to wonder. It's going to be an absolute spectacular UFC 284 going down this weekend. So I hope you guys all enjoy. If you don't have the chance to get to a pay-per-view, make sure you tune into my boy, Mr. B, the MMA guy. Shout your Twitter handle out and your OK Live B so that people know where to find you and you keep them informed.
Sure, man. Catch me on Twitter, man. Same New Year, same B at Mr. B 1986. Catch me on OK Live, Mr. B. I have a picture of Laura Sanko in the gym. That's my profile.
Oh yeah.
Picture. So yeah, catch that. I'm out there. I'll be out there. I'll be out here at the start of the prelims. From the start of the prelims to the end of the card. Just like last weekend, Jesus Christ, 9 hours of streaming on for the prelims of Bellator. Yeah, so I'm gonna be out there, man. So catch me if you can't find a way to watch. Come through and watch with your boy, man. For sure.
Well, I appreciate you here, man, and I appreciate every single one of you guys liking, subscribing, and tuning in to this weekend show of Cope's Corner. Until next time, let's fucking roll, baby.
Word, Peace. Man.